to welcome all of distinguished faculty member and fellow students from Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya and beyond. Today is Thursday, June 11, 2026, and we are great here online for a very inspiring season under the theme Learning in the AI era, preparing ourselves for the future or of education. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Dinda Anggreni, and I am a student of Information Technology Education here at the Faculty of Language, Science, and Technology, Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya. I am very thrilled to be your host for today wonderful event. To start our agenda, let me read the schedule for today webinar. First, the opening and introduction. Second, an official welcome speech for the Dean of FBIT. Third, our main event, the presentation by our global guest speaker, followed by Q&A, question and answer season, for a group photo season, and finally the closing. Moving on our next agenda, let us welcome the Dean of the Faculty of Language Science and Technology (FBIT), Dr. Ade Salahuddin Parmadi, to deliver the opening remark. To Dr. Ade Salahuddin Parmadi, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for the chairman. How is my voice? Can be here? Is it clear, my voice here?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Thank you for the Master Chairman, Dinda Anggraini. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. For the first, let's thank to Allah who has given us the mercy and blessing until we can meet together in this place, and salawat to and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from Jahiliyah era to modern era. And the first one, I say thank you for Miss Sylvia Fortuny. How to spell your name? I can see very good. And she is from National Science and Technology University from Taiwan. Welcome to Indonesia. However, this is only from June. I say welcome to our University Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya. And thank you for Mr. Rian, who has made this agenda for today. And thank you for Dinda and Granny for the time for me to give the chance to speak in front of the audience here. I'm very happy today because this is our second time to make an international agenda. However, this is only from June, and I hope this agenda will continue again, not only in June meeting, but also later will be in real time. You can come to Indonesia, Mr. Sylvia. We will invite you again to here to share the knowledge to my students in Muhammadiyah University of Palangkaraya. And I say, can you speak Bahasa, Miss Sylvia?
Of course,
speak of course. Indonesia?
Yeah.
Oh, you can speak Bahasa. Oke, kalau gitu saya ngomong bahasa aja kalau gitu ya.
Terserah, up to you.
Oh gitu. Oke, you can nanti mohon arahannya, bimbingan kepada teman-teman mahasiswa di Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya biar bisa sharing knowledge-nya, bisa sharing pengalaman, bisa berbagi. Siapa tahu nanti agendanya ini bisa jadi mahasiswa kita yang berangkat ke sana, biar kita agendakan seperti apa nanti caranya mahasiswa biar dapat pengalaman real ke sana, karena mengingat dari satu satu rumus dalam pembelajaran itu, kalau kita hanya mendengar, we only talking hearing, we will forget. Bahasanya itu gini, saya dengar saya lupa untuk ilmu ya, saya lihat saya ingat, tapi ketika saya melakukan saya akan paham. Maka dari itu harapan saya sebagai tetua di fakultas ini, harapannya semua mahasiswa nanti agar bisa go abroad juga, bisa ke luar negeri juga, karena pengalaman di sana itu sungguh luar biasa. Harapannya nanti Miss Sylvia bisa berbagi pengalaman ini dan membangkitkan semangat teman-teman mahasiswa di Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya agar bisa berangkat juga ke luar negeri untuk mendapatkan pengalaman yang luar biasa itu. Mungkin tidak berlama-lama, itu dari saya. Selamat melaksanakan kegiatan ini, mudah-mudahan ada manfaatnya. Terima kasih banyak. Billahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for Dr. Ade Salahuddin Permadi for the warm and insightful remark. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering our main event. Today, we are very fortunate to have an incredible global student as our speaker. Let's welcome Miss Sylvia Faustin. Hello,
Thank
Miss
you.
Sylvia Faustin. How are you today?
Hello. I'm good. How are you, Dinda?
I'm good too.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Taiwan. We are very excited to learn from you.
Mhm.
Before Miss Sylvia shares her insight, let me read a brief summary of her amazing profile. Miss Sylvia Faustin graduated with a Bachelor in Chemistry Education from Universitas Negeri Jakarta, pursued her Master of Science and in currently a PhD student at the Graduate Institute of Digital Learning and Education, National Taiwan University of Science and Technology, UST. She has expensive experience as a researcher and data management staff at the National Education Standard Agency BSNP and as a science teacher. On the top of that, she has published numerous national and international research preparing focusing on education technology and learning method. Without further ado, to Miss Sylvia Faustin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dinda. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe I will share my screen first. Second. Okay. Um, okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Um, wait. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's start. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sylvia Faustin, as the lecturer already introduced me, and Dinda also introduced me. And I'm currently a PhD candidate in digital learning and education at National Taiwan University of Science and Technology. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya and the Faculty of Language, Science, and Technology for inviting me to share in this session today. So today I would like to share with you learning in the AI era, preparing ourselves for a global future. But I don't want to talk about technology itself. I want to share more about how is AI transforming education, what kind of opportunities does it bring, challenges that should be aware of, and how can we prepare ourselves for the future. So I see that all of you have different background, right? From science, technology, and language, but all of you actually are from education field. So I think this topic will be relevant for all of us because we will live and work in this AI-driven world. So let us begin by looking at how education has transformed over time. The transformation of education, as we know in the past, learning mainly depended on teachers, books, and face-to-face instruction. And then nowadays, we can see that digital technology entered the classrooms. For example, like computers, projectors, smartphones, the using of AR, VR, and robots. After that, now we know that AI has been implemented in education too. And now students can ask for some generative AI such as Gemini, ChatGPT Cloud, DeepSeek for summarizing articles. Maybe some of you already do that, explain difficult concepts, generate images, create essays, or even simulate conversations. And since AI have used widely, now I want to ask how many of you already use AI tools for studying? Maybe you can respond with an emoji on this Zoom platform. No one use AI? Maybe ChatGPT? You can react to in the Zoom that so I know that all of you. Oh, okay. Okay, I saw someone raising hands. Okay, so yeah. We use now we use AI in education, right? Since AI has been how to say has been widely used. So we must remember one very important thing. The technology itself, that's not automatically create meaningful learning. So the important question is how we use this technology pedagogically. So how we implement the AI in the education. So the AI not replace the learning, but it should support our learning. And AI should help us as the students to reflect, to analyze, and think critically, and the learning become meaningful. Okay, now let's discuss about the opportunities that AI brings to education. Okay, so in this slide shows the opportunities of using AI in education from three perspectives. First, from the teacher, and it can also implement it in the classroom and for the students itself. In the teacher perspective, the AI can help the teacher to develop their competencies. For example, like building technical and conceptual confidence. Teachers need to have a clear understanding what kind of AI they use, and the technical foundations, such as how the algorithms process and detect the patterns of the AI. And this knowledge allows the teacher to approach AI literacy with greater accuracy and confidence when instructing to the students. So the teacher can also use the AI to help in making lesson plans, for example, and try to brainstorm what kind of learning activities that students need to do in the classroom. Or like creating quizzes for the students, generating the lesson plan that I told you. And these opportunities make the teacher have much time to facilitate the students' comprehension. And it also have high work efficiency for the teachers. So how about the classroom perspective? After the teacher organize everything with the AI and then try to make the help with the AI and analyze the response from the AI, they can use it for integrating the concept or the chapter in the classroom. So it makes a pedagogical integration in the classroom. And here, the AI role, it can be make a different instruction for the learners or make the classroom flexible. And since the AI is more personalized, so the students who have different pace of learning, for example, some students learn faster, some needs more example, and some students prefer like visual explanation. And these AI systems actually can help adapt learning materials according to students' need. You can just prompt the AI to make it suitable or appropriate to your students' background. And it can provide real-time data to present the content at different difficulty levels and supporting these personalization learning paths. And third, the learning outcomes from the students can be improved. It can increase the engagement from the students while learning and improve 21st century skills. So here, for example, when English language learners practice conversation with, for example, ChatGPT. After the teacher customized the ChatGPT, the students try to practice, and then the practice itself can give improvement for learning outcomes like speaking ability from the students. And this kind of adaptive learning, like making it suits the students' need, improve their speaking ability and engagement in the learning. For the 21st century skill, since the AI responses needs the students to analyze and reflect, so the students can get higher creative thinking skills or computational skills after learning with the AI itself. So you need to take in mind that this AI can support self-directed learning. You can learn with ChatGPT or with cloud everywhere and anytime. But you also need to think of this AI need to support your thinking, not replace your thinking. So if you stop, or if the students stop thinking critically and rely entirely on the AI, so the quality of the learning may decrease. That's why, although it has opportunities, AI also give us important challenges. For example, in the next slide, in this slide, I want to share about the challenges that I've learned so far about plagiarism. Maybe everyone already know about this. So the students or us may adopt habits that directly copy the AI generated content without understanding it. So this is kind of the first challenge from using the AI. And students may adopt this habit, undermine the academic honesty, such as like they don't critically evaluate the AI responses. And then the second one is overly reliance. Since they think the AI response is credible or valid, they don't evaluate it, and then they directly over rely on the AI responses. So some students become too dependent on the AI tools. They don't believe their own answer and their own thinking. Instead of analyzing the information independently or ask another resource tools, so they just directly rely on the AI response. So it means this over-reliance will make the critical thinkings or critical skills from the students getting lower and lead the students to neglect essential human skills. Like we are the human that lead the AI, not reverse. So it also make a passive engagement. What does it mean? So if the students only rely on the AI and the engagement in the learning itself, it's not that active, the students not want to ask the teacher, they only see AI as the most correct one. So they don't want to engage more in the learning process. So they're not as active thinkers. They don't serve the AI with their own goals. So for example, you want to use ChatGPT. The ChatGPT one, you want to use it for revising your, for example, your project, your script, but you just directly into the copy paste the responses. And it's when the teacher try to ask you about the script that you made, it makes you know a little bit only. So you don't try to ask friends or ask another resources. Like you can read some journals first and then check many times about AI responses. So this is the behavior that students lacking of. And the fourth, it's about the hallucination in AI responses. As we know that sometimes AI provides incorrect information and lacks of authentic understanding because AI is not the expert as our professor or our lecturer. So it operates on statistical probabilities and it's prone to generating confusing, but the information is fabricated, deep fakes, and maybe manipulative materials. So it's very dangerous for you in science, health, or education, or research contexts. So you cannot directly rely on the AI responses. You need to double check it with the valid resources like journals, books, or your lecturers. The fifth one is privacy and data concerns. So the use of AI systems often like collecting personal information. And nowadays, many people try to give some pictures to the AI and their data to the AI, which is harmful for us because our data is not privacy anymore. And it's the people itself, it's not realizing that this is risk to our data or privacy. So What I'm trying to say is that the AI is powerful, but you need to use it critically and responsibly. Now I want to ask, maybe the ChatGPT nowadays have developed so far and so good and better now with the responses, also with Gemini and Cloud. I want to ask all of you, for all of you, have you ever experienced about ChatGPT or your AI giving incorrect information when you ask them about the task and then they give you incorrect information? Maybe you can just react or raising hands when you found AI responses is not correct. No, always correct. Okay, maybe I will directly go to the next slide. So how to overcome these issues? First, one of the solution when you integrate the AI into education, one way to reduce the over-reliance or learners' dependency on AI, there are some steps that you can follow. This is the ideas from the previous researchers. First, they try to customize the AI. In here, when you customize the prompt engineering or train the AI model, you try to make the ChatGPT or AI model based on your prompt, so it's more personalized to your learning. And here, when you try the AI, you need to more and more evaluations on your prompt. And you also need to think of what kind of concepts that you want to teach. So it's gonna be linked to your students' need, like the background. You need to prompt the AI what kind of background of your students. And you can also evaluate the response from AI. Does it align with your students' input or not? Next is designing the complex tasks for students. Like you need to make it more higher order thinking. I will explain you in detail afterwards about this. So if the assignment are too simple, the AI can easily complete them. So you need to make it more a little bit complex, so the students can be encouraged about their analysis, their critical thinking, reflection, creative thinking, and maybe problem solving with open-ended one or ill-structured solving problem. The third one, here you need to stress or highlights about human AI collaboration. So when you use AI in your teaching, for example, after you graduate, you want to be a teacher and you want to teach them. So you need to enhance students to do human AI collaboration. So it's not only AI passive giving the students responses, but the human also need to be critical to revise the prompt. And you also need to teach them the AI literacy about the ethics, the prompt strategies, so the learners can evaluate or encourage to evaluate the AI's responses. Okay, so after teaching students AI literacy, students can also learn about when to trust the AI, when to question the AI, and how to improve AI responses critically. Okay, now I want to share about research trends of AI in education. So Nowadays in my lab, now we try to discuss about the AI, how researchers implement AI in the class. We discuss about this. There are two studies that I want to discuss here. Here is how the researchers use AI as a scaffold. The first scaffold is metacognitive scaffold and cognitive scaffold. So the scaffold is defined as learning support, how the AI could support the learning itself or the support the students in the classroom. The first is metacognitive scaffold. So in here, the metacognitive scaffold helps students to reflect on their own thinking. So the AI will give some questions after student answer questions from the learning platform. The AI is embedded in the learning platform and then asking questions like, why do you think your answer is correct? Can you explain your reasoning? Or what evidence support your idea? So these kind of prompts encourage critical thinking and reflection. The second one is cognitive scaffold. So for the cognitive one, it's directly provide explicit feedback for learners. So it's like corrective feedback or evaluate students' answer and giving like some hints or explanation or examples. In the study from Sui et al. 2025 here that we discussed in our in my university, so this scaffold they made by trying to engineer make a prompt engineering to the AI, and then the AI will give some responses like your claim is I agree, and then you haven't provided any evidence, you lack of logical explanation, something like that. So the AI will give you some corrections, what kind of answers that you are lacking of. Another scaffold, it's like dialogue partner. So it's from Tang et al., Tang and Putra 2025. In here, the Tang study use a very simple AI. We can also try it. It's from ChatGPT. So they made the ChatGPT customized or as a chatbot. They call it as a dialogue partner. So the researcher customized ChatGPT to ask students questions based on their input. In here, the ChatGPT will not give the students answer. They only asking questions. So they set the role of the AI here, customize the ChatGPT 4.0, and then make some themes in here. There are 4 themes or 4 concepts that students need to learn. And this promoted dialogic interaction. So the students can interact conversationally with the AI system. So the AI will not give any direct answers, just give questions or guiding students to think how they could find the answer. Okay, so next, it's about prompting strategies. As I said before, you need to teach the students, or now in our lab in my university, we try to understand the prompting strategies. I think it's nowadays we try to implement this. There are 5 E's prompting framework from Tasuti 2024 that adapted from AI for education.io. I think nowadays it's spread. Many social media or learning platforms use these strategies. So the 5S prompting, the first one, maybe start from the set scene. You can set the scene we should provide the context or role. For example, you are a university professor. When you try to ask ChatGPT, you give the sentence like you are a university professor, and then you can also give some language that you want to get from the AI response. You want it to be concise and simple, for example, and then you need to explicitly type it, like give easy to understand answer. The third one, you need to share your feedback towards the AI responses. For example, after the AI responds you think it's too general or it's not addressing your question, and then you want it to be more detailed. So the example will be like add a detail to paragraph 2, for example. You need directly or make it explicit to your prompt or questions. And this one, structure your output. You give explicit prompt that you want the AI give the answer step by step. For example, there are 5 questions that you want to ask to AI, but you want the AI response you like one by one answer or one by one number. Don't answer all of it, but one by one. So you can directly give explicit one prompt to the ChatGPT or the cloud and define the tasks with details. What kind of concept or principle that you want to see from AI responses. Okay, so this one is strategies how you interact with AI or how you teach prompt strategies to the AI. This one also another strategies, but Huang et al. 2025 is trying to make it different, a little bit different. Only categorized into 4 parts in here: clarity, context, specificity, attention balance. So actually these researchers try to give the students the prompt how to interact to the AI. So the students only need to modify the OOO red color here. The context of this research is for medical students. So the medical students need to understand what they want and then fill out the OOO font here with what they want from the AI response. So they give a specific or direct or explicit prompt to the students. They just need to modify it. Maybe you can also try to implement this if you teach later on. So here they highlight about this prompting literacy and the prompting process, and they found that this prompting is giving the students higher critical thinking ability. Okay, so this one is I want to share about immersive, because besides the AI, we can also design and add another immersive technologies that could make meaningful learning. So maybe the example will be based on my experience in this university. The first one is AR, augmented reality here. So in here, I tried, In here, this is my project in my master degree. Me and my friend tried to visualize molecules because, as Dinda said earlier, that I'm from chemistry education background. So I'm trying to make a smart book. So I want the students to visualize the molecules in 3D using their smartphones. And then these AR examples can improve students' spatial ability to visualize and rotate the molecules using their phone and see the degrees of the compounds or the molecules here, and then the molecules can be tactile.
So that is you
So
can
this one is
ask how many legs,
my professor
how many
explanation.
wings, and their name, or you can answer, and that would be kind of scored.
Oh.
So the teacher can.
Okay, so this AR from my project, actually the name is Smartbook AR VSEPR RIA. So VSEPR is mean the concept in chemistry that I want to teach the students. And we developed this AR using iClone 5, Unity, Canva, and PowerPoint to make the smart book design. Also, we use like Vuforia to get the assets and JMOL for making the molecules. For my professor explanation here, he's trying to embed or put assessment using the AR. So the students need to see the butterfly there and then analyze the details of the butterfly using their smartphones or iPad. And the professor giving explanation about how the AR can be embedded with some assessments, like making it more interactive. And another one is game-based learning. So this one is also my project in my master degree with my friends, of course. We try to combine our ideas. So we want to make a game. It's about treasure hunt of elements. The students need to find objects in a cave, and they need to answer each question when they touch the, or they when they touch the object, it will pop up elements, what kind of elements that consist in the object. So this is the treasure hunt of elements, and we want, after using this game, we want the students understand elements in their daily lives, and they know the properties of the elements, so they can visualize it better and make more attractive of learning the elements, because elements nowadays, they just only memorize from periodic table. So we try to make it more interesting using game-based learning. Okay, so another one will be a virtual reality.
Junior high school.
Okay,
You have to
so
burn
this one
the
is
element.
virtual lab that
element
made
has
by
a different
my
color,
professor
yeah.
in my
It's
university.
very easy experimental, but never have a teacher let a student do that.
Sorry, the
But the
video is
test
not
will
that good enough, but
ask
I
the
just want to
questions.
show you
So you can use that kind of system.
virtual
No,
lab
this is not yet to
that
set
I
up, because this
experienced
is
in
only
here.
demonstration system. We want to ask the student to join our group to finish that. That will be kind of, but we don't have time to finish it. We just only try to fix some element to become a demonstration prototype. But I just want to let you know we can do it.
Yes. Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, so in here, I try to make a reaction between the
这个可以扫吗？
elements, and I will see
限定几个可以扫。
the
Okay,
results
we
from
just
the
only
VR.
few element can burn because we not yet
Yes.
finished.
Yeah.
Sylvia is the chemistry expert.
Yeah.
So
So,
actually,
later on, we're gonna to let the classmates share with us because everybody outside to read, but they
Okay.
got those guys inside to feel. That is totally right, totally different.
You can take the. You can see the garbage charge. Yeah.
You can put put
Throw
it.
it to the garbage.
You can enjoy the. You are very.
Okay.
I'm the
rich guy.
garbage tin.
If I don't like it,
Yeah. Throw it. The fire.
So fun.
so that
Okay.
means you can do
So-
everything inside the simulation world.
Good student.
So
Okay,
in the
so actually,
junior high school,
the
you have to
virtual
burn the
lab
element.
here
Different
is
element
give
has a
me
different
like
color. Yeah, it's very
experience
easy
how to
experimental,
conduct
but
the
never
experiment
have a
safely.
teacher let a student do that. But the test will ask the question.
And I use
So
like
you
a
can use that
head
kind of
mount,
system.
and with the
No, this
two
is not yet to set
two
up because this
hands
is only
here.
demonstration
The
system.
tools in the
You want
hands
to ask the
is like
student to join
I'm
our group to
taking
finish
the
that.
elements and try to put it
we
in
don't
the
have
lab.
time to finish it. We
So
just
why
only
the
try to
professor
fit
tried to
some
make this?
element
Because
to become
nowadays
a
like elements is kind of
demonstration prototype.
hazardous. So
But
we
I
want
just
to
want to
conduct
let you
the
know we can do
experiment
that.
safely using the virtual reality. Okay, so
Yeah.
for another one,
这个可以烧吗
有限定几个可以烧的。
？Okay, we just only few element can burn because we not yet.
so
so
it's
that
like
in the junior high school.
okay. Okay, so that's my experience to use the virtual lab. Another one is Metaverse. Maybe some of you already seeing this frame VR.io. So it's actually using Metaverse for blended learning. You can use this Metaverse to do virtual classroom, collaborative learning spaces, blended learning environments, and students can interact through the avatars in digital environments. This one is kind of easy to make rather than the virtual reality, because in the virtual reality you need to make an environment by yourself using Unity and make technical things. But using the commercial one like Frame VR.io, you can choose the specific learning environment that you want. For example, you want to teach students how to speak English fluently, or like making poster presentations, you can use this kind of metaphors. And maybe I will share a little bit about my research. My research is actually about eye tracking. When you learn multimedia, or when you make multimedia, you also need to analyze how much, or to which extent the degree that your multimedia is working or make a meaningful learning. So the eye tracking itself is try to analyze that part, analyze the learning behavior on multimedia. This is from my professor's study. It's about reading from digital websites or digital reading, how the students try to integrate their visual attention when learning or while reading the text or textbook. And this one is my research. It's about making video. So I made a video consists of triple representations in chemistry and embedded with questions in the video. And I want to check whether the students seeing the representation that I made. For example, in chemistry, there is like microscopic, the molecules one, or they also read the symbolic one, like the equation, chemistry equation. And also I want to check whether they integrate these three representations while solving the problems. Okay. So that I've said before about making the tasks more complex. And here it's one of study that give a framework how to make more complex tasks. This study make a framework about multimodal and interactivity. So there are 4 types of assessment. This one showing a high modality and high interactivity. So when you implement AI in education, they suggest you to make it more having more multimodality and having more interactivity. For example, like in science education, you can make it like inquiry simulation. So the students need to investigate from experiment. So it makes the students less rely on the AI, but they can directly engage to the platform that you made or the simulation that you made. Yeah, so this one is one of examples of framework that you can use. And next, how we prepare ourselves regarding, we know that many challenges that we have if we implement AI. And nowadays AI is widespread anywhere, although our students use it for doing the tasks and everything. Maybe now as a student, you can update yourself with AI information for education purposes. Like you can see many websites like UNESCO, OECD, they give some explanations about the framework, how you can use AI when teaching. Or in here, they also provide AI competency for you as a student. Okay, so here the framework emphasizes about AI literacy, the ethics, pedagogy, and professional learning for the teachers. And for the students, the UNESCO expect that the students not only use the AI, but understand the ethical implication, responsible use, critical evaluation, and there are 3 levels of progression. I will explain later on. So AI literacy in here is so important for the students and teachers to understand. There are 3 books that they made. So you can check on the website what kind of competency that you need to have. And they also have a guidance for generative AI in education and research. Okay, so this one is only the example. Maybe I only a little bit explaining about this. So the framework is built on 4 core dimensions. Here are the dimensions like fostering human-centered mindset, ethics of AI, techniques and applications, AI system design. And these competencies are structured across 3 progression levels that I mentioned before. You need to understand, apply, and create. So this one is guiding students or us from basic literacy to active responsible co-creation with the AI. And the students should use AI responsibly and critically regarding to follow this framework. Okay, so another thing, maybe you can try your own logic or computational thinking. You can start from maybe some of you already know about Scratch, GR, Junior. It's for young children actually, but if you have no basic of coding, you can try to use this one, how to code itself. So later on, maybe if you graduate and being a teacher, you already know about step-by-step logical thinking or sequence thinking, and then how you model your own AI. Or you can also use Code AI. It's like a classic maze game-based for coding. so you can use it and then try to train your own logic. And here is like a website, Teachable Machine. After you have this coding, the logical thinking or computational thinking, now you can train your own model. You can make your own model and then connect it to a robot, for example. And that's all for my presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope this sharing give you some inspiration or knowledge about how AI is transforming our education. So the most important thing, you need to use it responsibly, critically, and meaningfully. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Sylvia, for such an eye-opening presentation. Now we will open the question and answer session. For those who have questions, please write them in the chat box or raise your hand.
Is there any question? Am I speak too fast?
Any question?
I think the question can be in Indonesia.
Yeah.
If you are shy to speak in English, in Bahasa is also okay. Maybe you are interested to join our department. It's actually a bit of experience that I share to you today. There are many experiences like making program in the robots from Teachable Machines website that I share you earlier. Oh, Najwa, go ahead. Kamu punya pertanyaan apa?
Boleh pakai bahasa Indo kan, Kak?
Ya,
Mau nanya, nama saya kan Najara Afifah Sabana. Di sini saya mau nanya soal, ada nggak sih culture shock Kakak waktu di sana gitu? Tentang cara belajar atau tentang
oh,
bagaimana pelajar di sana belajar gitu, Kak?
iya ya. Tentunya ada. Jadi pertama kali datang itu culture shock-nya adalah cara belajar di sini itu orang-orangnya sangat giat ya. Karena di sini ada semacam lab meeting. Jadi kita ada meeting sama supervisor kita atau pembimbing kita tiap minggu. Nah, karena tiap minggu jadi itu harus persiapan selama seminggu itu, lalu manage juga sama course-nya gitu. Jadi karena aku baru di digital learning, tadinya chemistry, itu lumayan struggle karena aku nggak tahu sama sekali tentang cara buat multimedia dan lain-lain. Itu sih culture shock awalnya. Terus mungkin kalau bukan dari akademik, culture shock-nya adalah makanan ya. Karena makanan di sini itu hambar. Kalau bisa aku bilang hambar-hambar semua. Jadi ada sih yang nggak hambar, cuma lumayan tricky. Karena kebanyakan hambar, mereka nggak terlalu suka MSG. Itu kalau dari akademiknya, profesornya lumayan strict. Ada beberapa profesor yang strict atau pembimbing yang strict yang mau kita progres terus gitu. Dan kita nggak boleh males-malesan gitu kan. Em, Beda banget sama di Indo yang profesornya lumayan agak santai lah kalau pas aku kuliah ya. Masih mengizinkan siswanya untuk istirahat atau excuse masih boleh. Kalau di sini excuse itu misalnya kamu sakit dan sakitnya nggak terlalu parah, mungkin pembimbing kamu akan bertanya-tanya kenapa kamu tidak memberikan progres dan lain sebagainya. Maksudnya dia nggak memanjakan kita gitu. Gitu sih, yang lumayan culture shock.
Kalau soal penggunaan AI-nya itu, mereka ada yang kayak nggak bolehin pakai AI gitu nggak, Kak? Atau malah semuanya welcome aja ke AI?
Hmm, Justru karena tadi udah aku jelasin juga kan, jadi mereka welcome penggunaan AI. Tapi at the end of course, misal kamu ikut satu course, nanti ada semacam kertas yang kamu harus tanda tangani bahwa kamu gunain AI untuk apa, kamu berpikirnya apa, AI itu ngasih kamu jawaban atau brainstorming atau dalam hal apa, lalu kamu tanda tangan di situ dan kamu memberikan pernyataan bahwa sepenuhnya kamu sadar kamu menggunakan AI dan sebagainya. Itu semacam apa ya? Ethical ketika menggunakan AI di sini sih, gitu. Sebenarnya nggak diharuskan atau tidak disarankan untuk menggunakan AI. Tapi ketika kamu menggunakan AI itu boleh in certain ways dalam hal tertentu aja gitu, nggak semua pakai AI.
Thank you, Kak, penjelasannya.
Sama-sama Najwa.
Silakan
Kira-kira ada
teman-teman yang
lagi?
punya pertanyaan lagi.
Kira-kira ada yang mau kuliah di Taiwan nggak ya? Mungkin ada yang angkat tangan kali ya. Anyway, enak loh kalau dapat. Oh, ada Mario. Kalau dapat beasiswa di sini lumayan banget, full full scholarship lumayan banget. Tapi persiapkan requirement-nya aja sih. Iya Mario.
Izin nanya Kak, ini seputar AI. Ya,
Mm-mm.
pernah nonton video yang membahas tentang AI nih Kak. Dalam video itu dibahas kalau misalnya cara belajar AI sama manusia itu sama. Kalau nggak salah ada 4 tingkatan. Yang pertama itu data, kalau nggak salah data, terus knowledge atau pengetahuan, terus pengetahuan jadi informasi, terus informasi itu jadi wisdom. Itu bener nggak Kak?
Waduh. Kamu lihat dari mana ya? Aku baru dengar sih
Di,
sejujurnya.
di YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Mungkin kamu cari tahu dulu informasinya tuh valid atau enggak. Misalnya itu berasal dari universitas atau dia punya expertise di AI. Jujur aku baru dengar sih itu kalau AI sama human itu cara belajarnya sama. Sebenarnya kan AI itu digunakan tergantung dari inputan manusianya kan. Kita bahas waktu itu aku sama teman-temanku itu bahas mengenai AI itu tergantung siapa yang pakai. Contoh misalnya aku backgroundnya chemistry education, terus aku mau pakai buat ngoding. Tapi aku nggak ada background untuk ngoding. Jadi apakah hasilnya akan sama dengan anak dari computer science yang ngoding? Kan nggak. Walaupun menggunakan AI gitu. Jadi kayaknya AI itu tergantung dari manusianya, inputan dari manusianya gitu. Sorry Mario, nanti aku cari lebih lanjut. Mungkin kamu kasih link YouTube-nya, karena aku baru dengar kalau human and AI it's the same. Makasih
Siap.
pertanyaannya.
Iya Kak.
Oh, itu
Putri kalau
Putri.
mau tanya silahkan on mic.
Oke, makasih. Eh, Perkenalkan nama saya Putri Mutia Solehah. Jadi Kak, saya tuh tadi ada dengar kan tentang proyek Kakak tadi dan itu ada yang saya tertarik. Yang proyek pertama, yang kata kata kakaknya itu kalau kita pakai tablet atau HP ada gambar molekulnya tuh bisa muncul gitu. Itu gimana ya cara bikinnya? Soalnya keren aja gitu.
Eh, iya, itu keren waktu itu karena saya juga nggak bisa waktu itu bikinnya. Jadi saya bareng sama teman saya dari computer science. Jadi kita bikinnya itu pertama smart book-nya dulu di Canva. Terus setelah itu kita masukkan how to say, masukkan gambar molekulnya nanti pakai Unity sama pakai iClone. untuk bikin environment-nya. Jadi aku yang tugasnya adalah membuat molekulnya di Gmol. Kamu pernah dengar nggak? Eh, jadi molekulnya itu aku buat di Gmol namanya. Terus setelah bikin molekulnya, eh, terus bikin sudutnya itu aku buat di em, Blender. Setelah itu aku masukkan ke iClone untuk dibuat taktil gitu. Mungkin kalau detailnya nggak bisa cepet kali ya, karena aku harus cari-cari lagi. Cuma intinya itu, jadi aku pakai Vuforia, pakai Lintouch untuk dia nanti gerak gitu. Jadi ketika siswa lihat, itu bisa kita putar-putar sendiri gitu. Oke. Eh, atau kalau mau gampang juga bisa kamu pakai iJack app. Jadi kamu bikin gambarnya, terus kamu buat di iJack app, namanya iJack app. Nanti kamu bisa buat kayak gini. Mungkin aku sedikit share screen kali ya. Um, Share. Ini aku buat pakai iClone, tapi ini kayaknya nggak terlalu signifikan. Jadi itu akan lama-lama molekulnya akan datar karena ada uh, tolakan elektron yang ada di bawah itu. Ini tentang chemistry, sorry ya. Terus kalau pakai iJack app, kamu juga bisa bikin yang kayak gini nih.
在海拔50000米前，山脉两侧，
Sorry.
支援透明组
Ketika
装
ditaruh di HP, nanti dia akan muter gitu dari gambar. Ini simpelnya aja sih. Namanya iJack app. Jadi kamu tinggal bikin gambarnya, terus bikin itu muncul pop up gitu.
Ini semua gratis, Kakak.
Eh, Kalau yang iClone, Unity itu ada yang gratis, tapi fiturnya terbatas. Tapi kalau yang iJack app itu gratis. Ya, coba-coba. Kamu dari
Oke, Kak.
jurusan apa, Mutia?
Pendidikan Teknologi Informasi.
Oh, gitu. Oke.
Makasih banyak, Kak.
Iya, sama-sama. Ada lagi yang mau bertanya?
Any question? Sylvia, maybe I want to question.
Okay.
In my experience, saya di kampus sebagai salah satu dosen di teknologi informasi, ya, melihat tadi beberapa uh, metaverse, eyes recognition, virtual reality, augmented reality, ya, AI. In your opinion, how as a beginner research we can utilize AI? I see the fact that during a scientific article writing technique exam, most students use AI. Yeah, uh, but they don't have clear step and compile prompt. And then how as user or developer can we use the prompt guide correctly? Maybe you have a good prompt strategy for my student in university.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one that I share before, it's what we use in the university.
Yes.
Guess
Maybe example good prompt for writing article technique.
for writing articles.
Yeah.
Actually, for writing, like the first step to write, actually we don't use the AI. The AI is only for revise and reviewing or evaluating what we write. So we never use any prompt to write, but to revise is we use it. So you want me to share how we prompt AI to revise?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Actually we made like the 5S in our prompt. Maybe let me try to check. Maybe I will give some one example
Okay.
in the chat. This one, for example, you give the role for the AI as an expert in science education or what kind of field, and then you mention about your articles, what is it about, the title is what, giving more details, and you ask the AI to revise based on the role that you give to AI. And at the end, I want the AI to explain and highlight what should I revise using their expertise that I gave. So I think this is one of the prompt. But for writing, mostly professor never give the example prompt for us because we use it only for revising.
Okay, the prompt can use in ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude.
Yes, of course. I use it in the ChatGPT.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Maybe you have a recommendation website for build a 3D from 2D to change to 3D, maybe website or links. For example, 3Po AI, and maybe in Taiwan you have a example for build 3D picture for ER for ER.
For AR?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the assets or properties? Uh, Actually, we don't use the AI. We use the Unity. So
Okay.
professor give us the account and it's a paid one. So we don't need to find the assets by ourselves.
Okay. You know about experience use application assembler edu or delete text edu you have?
No.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
because
Sorry.
because in my major, in my prodi, use the assembler, use D-like, because if Unity not support in laboratory, because my computer
Oh,
not upgrade.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually the Unity is super big. Like processing my laptop also crashed before because it's too heavy. Yeah. But I only use Vuforia, LinTouch, yeah, only like that. iClone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia. Maybe from
Yeah, you're
Doctor
welcome.
Dr. Ilham have question. Okay, Dr. Ilham.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Fitrianto. Yeah. um, I would like to ask you about um, what is it? The artificial intelligence. So that we know ChatGPT, Gemini, and then DeepSeek, all over the world, yeah, using that platform. So what do you think about the from the developer of artificial intelligence? Is there any more exploration about the artificial intelligence for further, or it's only live in 5 to 10 years only? What do you think about that?
Oh, nowadays that we discuss, like I discuss with professor, this AI will be longer, like in the future, will be implemented in education, but not AI only. But we need to integrate with digital technology. For example, the Frame VR, framevr.io. This one is like a metaverse, but now it integrate AI. So you can make an AI model in here. For the free one, it's only 8% that can enter your learning environment. But if you paid, maybe more than 8. But what I'm trying to say, the AI now, it's not stand alone like ChatGPT Cloud, but it integrate to another learning platform. For example, making the adaptive learning platform like Siakat, for example. Now people develop the AI system. So the students, when click or seeing something in the website longer, it will have like a notch or hints. What do you want to see, or what do you want to try to find? Something like that. So I think the AI now it's spread to anywhere. So yeah, it can be a longer game. So it also embed in the robot. Yeah, train the robot, and then the AI can analyze your expression through the robot.
Okay, so AI can
Hmm.
be used for the assistant, right?
Yeah.
I've been scoring the student score from the lecture, and then I saw some features from
Mm-hmm.
AI assistant. So there is a menu if the lecturer doesn't give the score for the students, and assist artificial intelligence automatically input the score for the students. That's interesting, I think.
Yeah, yeah. One of the professor here also made the AI as how to say, as an evaluator, but you need to still analyze the response. Sometimes the evaluation is not correct, like it's jumping from 1 to 10, and it's not correct enough or valid. It can be used, but you need to see the accuracy. Sometimes it's not 100%. Yeah. So I think it's a tricky one when you use AI. It helps you, but you also need to evaluate it again. So sometimes when I use AI, I have a high cognitive load. Yeah, because it's double job.
Yeah, okay. And the head of study program just reminding us for giving the score because the AI maybe make something, yeah, that's not correct and naturally, yeah. And then my professor, yeah, my promoter, told me that AI can uh, change the function by the human. Do you agree about that?
The function, what the function you mean?
What function? The brain, the naturalness, the essence, like a human being. I mean.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've read some papers about neuroscience and cognitive science. They also say the brain, some part of our brain is not activated if we use AI too much and rely on it. When we rely and we don't critically evaluate the response, some part of our neuron is not working. So I could agree with that if we just rely on AI 100%. But if we try to critically evaluate it, I think we can try to reduce the inactivation of our brain system. Yes.
Maybe in the future, yeah,
Yeah.
robot can change the human, just like
Oh,
the Terminator movie.
oh.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think so because I have heard one speaker said about robot from Australia. He said robot never change human role because making the robot itself it's hard and many errors. He made the robot to cut the to cut the vegetables, but many errors that the robots made, and then when the error come, the robot it's like uh, doing something that it's not instructed. So it's not cutting, but go running without direction. Yeah, and then hurting people.
Yeah.
So I think it's cannot directly change human role or human. I think depends on the work. For simple work,
Yeah.
I think it's okay. But
Mm.
for another work that really harmful, I don't think it can change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because robot doesn't have the heart, yeah, just like us.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
And
thank you. Yeah.
yeah, that it runs directly what we instructed to the robot, not with their own brain. So
Okay.
depends. Yeah.
Okay, but I believe they can. But I
Oh,
believe
you
they
believe like
can.
fully change, like fully change human role, like
Maybe they can do the instruction, yeah, based on the
mm,
system that created by the human, but robot cannot be a human.
of course, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Nice
thank you very
discussion.
much, Pat. To talk to you.
Teman-teman, apa ada yang mau tanya lagi?
Excuse me, may I ask?
Sure. Amin.
I would like to ask about an AI addiction maybe.
Mhm.
How far can AI make damage to human brain like addiction maybe, and how to reduce the addiction?
Okay. So thank you for the question. Um, I think how far it can make our how far it affect our brain, the AI.
Maybe like our cognitive, maybe.
Yeah, in our cognitive, maybe we, like I said, if we rely much on it, we don't want to think. We don't want to have a cognitive, um, how to say, we don't want to activate our cognition because we know that AI can do it for us. So we directly go to AI. We just believe that the AI is valid, the response is valid. We don't check it. So that's why we're lazy to think. We're lazy to use our brain. I think that's the effect. If you rely much on AI, you don't want to think anymore. Um, I think to to overcome it, it's like I'm not saying you don't need to use AI anymore, but trying to read more books first or journal first or from another experts first before you use AI. Not directly ask AI, although you know maybe AI is correct or not. I'm not saying it's correct because sometimes it's hallucinate and too general. Yeah, I think so. And you need to double check. After you get the response, sometimes it's not correct. And then you check to Google, but check with the sources, the valid sources like journal, books. Or you can ask your teacher or lecturer about the responses. So I think it's not if you use it like directly use it without critical thinking and it makes you lazy to think. And also keep in your mind that AI is not correct all the time. I think that's how you reduce your addiction to AI. Because in my case, AI is not correct all the time. It sometimes makes me headache because I need to check the response and then the response is not fulfill my needs. Oh, you also need to think about your goal, why you want to use AI. For example, you want to ask about article. You make an article and then what do you want to ask to AI? You want the AI to correct your grammar or what? So you have the goals. Whenever you saw the response, you need to check it, whether it fulfill your goal or not, or you have the expectation, what expectation you have when you want to use AI. So you just not directly accept the AI response.
So
Is it answering?
Yeah. But what if I want to learn something new that my maybe professor don't know about it, like how to make a mini game in Roblox maybe. So I use AI to assist me. So is that what did I say? So is that um kind of make me addicted to it because I don't have source to study it in college.
If your lecturer don't know about it, you can start searching from the journal, like I said, or books in the internet. But try to find from journal or books or maybe YouTube, but from the expert. So you have a background knowledge for yourself before you ask AI. Because AI is only a supplement to guide you how to make, for example, the environment in the Roblox, right? Or
Yeah.
the AI in the Roblox. But you need to have background knowledge first, or what do you want to make first? Or you can also ask AI for brainstorming, because you said you didn't have idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, asking idea, it's okay. But after you ask the idea, check it again to the internet, to the YouTube,
Okay.
from valid journal or books. Is there any research that use it already, or yeah? So not directly from AI, because sometimes it's common ideas
Mm-hmm.
from AI. It's not specific. So you can check to the resource in the internet, double check again.
Okay.
Mm.
So if I want to evaluate my game, can I ask to AI too? Maybe because I don't have a friend to discuss. Maybe because they don't know how to make a game. Then I
Mm.
ask to AI, can I use AI to evaluate my game?
Sure. You can ask AI to evaluate your game, but um, like I said, after I think many journals or many papers already discuss about how to make a game, right?
Uh-huh.
You can have the list of the paper, or download the paper and upload it to the AI, and then prompt. I want the game like this, and I have made blah blah blah, and I want you to evaluate my game,
Yeah.
whether it's appropriate or not, based on the journal or the papers that I attach. So
Mm.
the AI will be based on valid resource. But you need to read the papers first, okay? So you
Okay.
know it's appropriate response or not.
Okay.
Am I answering
Thank
your
you. Thank
question?
you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ini again, Sylvia.
Yes.
I confused about what different metaverse and virtual reality. In my knowledge, virtual reality use HMD or head motion display. If metaverse use HMD or not?
No.
Oh.
No, that's a more simple one. So you can only use website, the framevr.io, for example.
Oh.
And there is a learning environment there. So you don't need to make your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then metaverse not use QR code like that. ER if use
AR?
ER use QR code. If metaverse not.
For the commercial one, no. No need.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think for the free one, the features are limited, but still can be used.
And maybe you can explain again about eye tracking. I not experienced about eye tracking. For example, in education or in office, in class, or eye tracking for use. For what?
For example, in office, you can use eye tracking for example, if you go to the office and then there is like face detection.
Oh.
It using eye tracking, and then it detect you already come like absent.
Yes.
Yeah, present in the office. And for example, detect object. Another professor in another university, they made AI with eye tracking. So the AI detect the object that eye tracking catch. So it can evaluate what kind of object. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, for education, I think mostly about evaluating multimedia learning and how learners behave when watching or reading your smart book or video. Yes,
Ya, ya,
something
ya.
like that.
Okay. Maybe in Google like a tracking application ya. Google use as
Mhm.
tracking.
Google
Ya,
or
di Google itu mempunyai contoh eye tracking mungkin
Mhm.
berbasis Google atau recognition, hand recognition. Saya pernah mendapatkan rekomendasi dari Google menggunakan
Mhm.
platform salah satu platform, tapi saya lupa namanya apa.
Oh,
Hmm.
kalau di Google rata-rata sih kemarin itu aku gunainnya eye tracking device. So we put in the laptop.
Oh, this is software.
No, hardware.
Oh,
Kayak taruh di bawah laptop, ditempelin
ya.
gitu. Nanti ketika main game atau ketika ngelihat AR atau VR juga bisa.
Hmm.
Kira-kira lihat yang mana gitu.
Hmm.
Jadi lebih ke hardware-nya, nanti ada software analisisnya juga.
Oh. In Taiwan, use hardware for virtual reality, use Oculus or PlayStation or
Oh, we
maybe
use Oculus.
Oculus. Yeah.
Hmm. And the Oculus also included eye tracking. So when you are
Hmm.
in the VR environment, you can
Mm-mm.
check whether the students seeing the exact uh, objects that
Mm-mm.
you put in the VR learning environment.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long they see it, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Permisi Kak, mungkin
Yeah.
mau tanya tentang study experience in Taiwan. How
Mhm.
is the influence of language in Taiwan? Apakah harus belajar bahasa Mandarin atau cukup bahasa Inggris saja di sana?
Oh, oke. Pertanyaan yang bagus. Jadi kalau di jurusan aku, kayaknya bukan di jurusan aku aja sih, di universitasku itu ada English program. Jadi nggak mesti belajar bahasa Mandarin. Jadi Mandarin aku juga nggak bagus. Karena syarat utamanya adalah cuma TOEFL certificates,
Um,
nggak pakai Mandarin gitu. Tapi kalau mau take Mandarin course bisa, ada course-nya di kampus. Cuma
tapi
mostly kita semua pakai bahasa Inggris.
kalau di masyarakatnya itu kan gimana kan kalau belanja segala macam gitu?
Oh iya, itu of course pakai bahasa Mandarin. That's why aku pertama kali datang itu langsung take Mandarin course yang oral aja. Jadi bisa ngomong sama, at least sama pedagangnya, atau kalau ngomong berapa harganya itu ya aku udah agak-agak ngerti. Tapi
Oh,
kalau
eh,
tentang riset nggak paham.
oh, terima kasih Kak untuk jawabannya.
Ya, tapi kalau di universitas lain nggak kayak gitu. Karena di universitas aku banyak banget orang Indonesia, for your information. Jadi kemana-mana, sebenarnya di sini seperti kampung Indonesia ya, kemana-mana banyak orang Indonya, kemana-mana orang ngomong bahasa Indo gitu. Jadi banyak banget sih orang Indonesianya di sini. Kayaknya mostly yang di kampus ini sih, yang di kampus ini banyak kan orang Indonesia. Rata-rata orang Surabaya karena kerjasama sama Surabaya gitu. Jadi
Apakah ada dipisahkan gitu Kak kelasnya antara internasional kelas gitu sama lokal kelas buat masyarakat lokal di sana?
ada apa?
Eh, Kelas pisah gitu buat khusus
Oh
buat
iya,
masyarakat lokal di sana atau buat murid internasional gitu?
iya ada kelas pisah sebenarnya. Beberapa ada yang profesor yang nggak mau pakai bahasa Inggris, jadi maunya pakai bahasa lokal ada. Jadi dia khususkan untuk anak lokal aja. Tapi kalau kita mau datang karena kita bisa bahasa Mandarin, itu welcome banget profesornya. Cuma ya itu dia nggak provide bahasa Inggris fully Mandarin. Tapi sejauh ini untuk kelas internasionalnya lebih banyak sih. Dan banyak juga orang lokal yang ikut kelas internasional. Gitu.
Ya, terima kasih, Kak.
Ya, sama-sama.
Okay, thank you so much everyone for the question, and thank you so much Miss Sylvia for the insight answer. Now let's move for the next agenda. Before we closing this amazing webinar, let's use take a documentation photo. All the participants turn on your camera and give us your best smile.
Mas Adam ada nggak ya? EBIT. Mas Adam standby? Nggak ada. Mas Adam. Oh, nggak ada ya. Ya sudah, saya ambil alih ya. Izin. Windows 1 dulu ya kawan-kawan ya. 1, 2, 3. Oke. And next. One. Windows kedua ya ini ya. 1, 2, 3. Windows ketiga. Oh, masih banyak on off cam yang ketiga nih. Nggak apa-apa ya, saya ambil dulu. Oke. Terakhir jendela keempat ya. Terakhir 88 partisipan. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Oke. Oke. Kembali ke Dinda. Sebelum ditutup, mungkin ada terakhir yang mau berdiskusi. Tidak ada. Aas mau bertanya? Tidak ya. Baik. Saya secara pribadi mewakili dekan karena tadi Pak Dekan ada kegiatan. Sylvia, terima kasih banyak. Thank you so much untuk kesempatan kita bisa berdiskusi hari ini. Ya, eh, sangat baru ilmunya, sangat masih gurih sekali. Kami di sini memang banyak fokus ke pengembangan media, ya terkhusus media IR, media VR, media AI ya, mungkin metaverse tadi ya, eyes recognition, ya, game education mungkin nanti akan kita lanjutkan. Mungkin nanti ke depan bisa penelitian bersama mungkin ya, istilahnya kalau
Oh ya,
kalau
mungkin
uh,
boleh.
kalau di sini kita kan ada apa namanya ya, tim penelitian. Ya, kalau tidak salah ASVET juga terakhir nanti dilaksanakan akhir tahun di Taiwan ya, di Universitas Sylvia ya.
Iya, betul. Nanti
Heeh,
ada di Universitas
heeh.
NTUST.
NTUST ya.
Iya.
Oke.
Nanti kalau yang berminat mendaftar di NTUST boleh tanya-tanya juga.
Oke, baik. Boleh
Ya,
tanya-tanya via via email atau via
via
Instagram
email
atau
boleh.
via email ya. Baik,
Ya.
kemarin ada
Atau
email.
Instagram juga boleh kalau ada yang mau tanya.
Mm-mm.
Feel free.
Oke.
IG-nya apa?
Oh, IG-nya sendiri.
Varian tuh mungkin mau follow.
kita nanti mudah-mudahan ada kesempatan ke Taiwan ya, mudah-mudahan.
Ya, amin. Semangat, semangat.
Semangat. Kalau tidak salah eh, Eva Air ya kalau Taiwan ya, nama maskapai.
Eh, maskapainya, aku lebih suka China Airlines.
Oh, China Airlines
Karena
ya.
lebih banyak variasi makanannya lebih enak.
Sekelas Garuda ya kalau Indonesia ya.
Garudanya kayaknya sebenarnya Eva Air, tapi yang
Hmm.
lebih enak makanannya China Airlines.
Oke. Itu ada rekomendasi udah. Oke. Ada di kolom chat ya?
Iya, untuk Instagramnya ada di kolom chat.
Ah,
Kalau mau tanya-tanya, masuk ke NTUST, silakan.
oke.
Mhm.
Oke, untuk informasi terakhir ini diikuti angkatan lintas ya. Jadi 25 angkatan 2025, 2024, 2023. Ya,
Hmm.
harapannya memang sejauh ini ada mahasiswa yang studi lanjut S2 namun masih di lingkup Indonesia. Nah, harapan kami bisa nanti adalah salah satu kandidat bisa keluar.
Ya, nggak mesti di NTUST juga banyak peluang di kampus Taiwan lain.
Mm-mm.
Feel free untuk cari tahu banyak banget. Nanti kalau mau tanya-tanya juga boleh.
Oke, mungkin sebelum ditutup Dinda, nanti dari Sylvia ada yang mau disampaikan, silahkan saya kembalikan ke Dinda.
Miss Sylvia ada yang mau disampaikan sebelum ditutup?
Benernya nggak ada sih. Udah cukup. Terima kasih banyak atas kesempatannya, Universitas Muhammadiyah Palangkaraya sudah memberikan kesempatan untuk sharing. Semoga bermanfaat ya apa yang saya sampaikan dan memberi insights untuk risetnya. Mungkin lagi ngerjain em, S1 skripsi ya, ngerjain skripsi atau mau tahu lebih lanjut tentang digital technology. Semoga memberi insight. Dan kalau ada mau pertanyaan, silakan cek IG atau email saya. Gitu aja. Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our webinar. Thank you so much to our speaker, Ms. Sylvia Postin, and to all the participants for your great enthusiasm. I am Dinda Anggreni, your host, signing off. Have a wonderful day and see you at our next event. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Izin live ya. Terima kasih semua.
Terima kasih, thank you.
Makasih.
Thank you.